Hi there and welcome to Good Enough Scenery, and in this continuing series on the modular desert board I'm going to take you through to the next stage. So far we have built hills A, B and C, which are those ones just there. Today I'm going to show you how I make the individual hills, these couple of ones here. So we have a couple of tiles here and I cut these out like this and then we're going to join up like this, and I was going to do a similar thing to what I've done before, and then I decided that I think there should be some more variety, so rather than they're going to be roughly this shape, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these individual hills that have a little of a chasm element to it, so they're going to be cut back a little bit. And one of the key features I want with this is the idea of there being, we've got a lot of slopes going on, and for vehicles like the tanks and stuff, you want that kind of slope for them to go up, but they shouldn't be able to access all areas necessarily, so I wanted to put something in. The idea is, so this needs to be a lot smaller, so I'm going to put in like that, and this creates like very kind of interesting things like that. So I'm going to aim for kind of just carving out some more interesting height changes and stuff, because it's all a bit kind of too leveled. So on the end here, and this might end up being entirely different, but if I cut in flat like this and then across like maybe that is what I want this to look more like, but kind of just all over. So I'm going to cut that like that. See, already I think that looks a lot more interesting. And I think in general I'm going to cut into this kind of top surface and leave this as being a more rocky thing, more rocky top rather than sandy top, like things like that. This is what I'm aiming for. Get on a whole bunch of that. Ooh, that was fun and satisfying. Just looking at the size that we're going for here, it's going to need to come in a fair bit if we have it at an angle. We could have it at an angle like that maybe. Yeah, next time you see this is going to be carved up all over, a little something like that. So after a little bit of just hacking away, I've ended up with something that looks like this, not glued down. But that is much more like what I'm going for. I didn't mean to snap that off, but we can get that back together and that's not a problem. Something like that I think I am happy with. So I'm going to do the same sort of thing with this one here. So I know that this needs to be much different, and I think that if we have I might try and make some natural-ish looking steps coming up this side, but I feel like and let's cut. What I really love about this foam is that it just, when you just cut into it, sometimes it just looks like rock, and it's just great. Let's try and just take this flat edge off a little bit. I'm pretty happy with that there. The rest of it I am not happy with at all. Now we're gouging pretty deep here. Cut a bit of a shelf like that. And then just try and neaten this up a bit. I think we might. So I don't want to take up the entire tile, so it needs to take it something like that. I may get the hot wire cutter for that, because yeah, I'm going to make this smaller. I'm going to continue working on these little shelves that I'm kind of creating just to put something different together, and then you'll be back to see it in a bit. So we've got this one like this, which I'm going to put off slightly off centre here at a little angle like that. And then we have this one here. And I think together there's so many different variations and different ways that you put them. I think they're going to be really cool different objectives. You have an objective there, maybe on top of there. You can get up onto them from a different number of different angles. And I'm going to glue these down, and then I'm going to base coat them in the same colour as I've done all the other ones. So these are painted. Paint isn't quite dry yet, but it's dry enough. And you see that on this one here, I've just put a magnet there. So I've taken a couple of magnets and hot glued them under the surface so that we can put some of the magnetic scatter terrain on top, should we want to. Next up is going to be to just put some glue down on here and then cover it in sand and then seal it down. So the next time you see this, it will have sand on it. Not just sand on it, but completed. So here is a couple of the plain tiles and the hill tiles side by side on the completed board live at Jedi Archives. So in terms of painting them, if you follow these instructions in the Hill A video, you see exactly the process I went through to get the board looking as you see it in front of you right now. If you've enjoyed this, then please click the like button, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when new videos arrive, and if you really enjoy the content, then support the channel by joining my membership. Catch you for another video soon.